to the Dolomites. Like, it is just breathtaking here. And I'm actually just right outside our apartment, which is, let's see, where is the apartment? Yeah, it's just one of the houses over there. And then look at the view here behind me. Holy moly, it is just spectacular here in the Dolomites. But let me tell you today of one of the most famous hikes here in the Dolomites. So we are staying near the town of Cortina d'Ampezzo because we just thought it's quite central, and a lot of like the most famous hikes are in this area. So that's why we choose to stay here. But if you want to see more about our Airbnb and everything where we stayed, I'll suggest you check out one of our future videos in which I explain everything of that. But right now I just want to tell you about the walk that we did. The famous one where we went to hike all the way up to Lago Di Sorapis. So the review of this hike is specifically if you have kids or if you have vertigo. If you don't have either of those, I actually suggest you just go and do it because it is just absolutely phenomenal. It's really, really nice. But if you want, you obviously can stick around and watch the end, like the whole review, as I'm going through chapter and chapter and some things that might be a little bit more difficult. So Lago Di Sorapis is definitely the most challenging hike that we did, as there are quite a bit of technical bits. There's also quite a bit of steep drop-offs. So yeah, let's just dive right into it. Bright and early this morning, it's 9 a.m. We started our first major walks in the Dolomites. Yeah, we finally made it here. And today we are doing the in and out walk to Lago Di Sorapis. So today we're doing about an 11k hike. There should be some tricky parts, so we'll see how we go there. And then the elevation gain is about
400-ish meters, I don't know.
Yeah.
Bit of controversy on that, people say different things.
Yeah, so yeah, very, very excited to do this one. We're very happy to be in the mountains. We've looked up to come to the Dolomites for quite a while now, so here we are. So today we're doing we'll see how. So we're 10 minutes into the walk and already fell asleep, which is exactly according to plan. Yeah, so the first part of the walk is in forestry, which is quite nice, like here but sheltered by the trees, and it's just all these beautiful pines. And then it's quite rocky as well, but it's very easily walkable. Then the second part obviously has the most breathtaking views, but it's also quite technical. Like there were parts where we're like, it's really not that easy. So we just did our first proper uphill walk. I mean, it's definitely a bit of a climb, but it's doable. It's really doable. What I'm more concerned about is the way down. Let's see. Let's see how I'll do with that one. But yeah, at least I made it up. And come on, look at these views. Oh. Also, so far, no crazy steep bits yet. So, and we are about an hour in. I think we're about halfway on our way there, or just over halfway. So if you really have vertigo, well, I'll keep you posted how it goes on the steep bit. But even if you only walk up to here, it's already very, very impressive. Like lots of good views. Yeah, about 3k. I did it. Coming up this chain like this. So far, pretty proud of myself. Amazing.
Shake on, huh?
Yeah, look at this. So after the metal wire part, we have a bit of stairs. I would say those stairs came in handy, but were almost more scary than the metal wire. Because I don't know, all of a sudden the view is that much higher. And but yeah, if I can do it, you can definitely do it.
When there was nowhere to grip, it was just speed. I wasn't happy.
Yeah. So that was a bit
I just need to cool down. It's
hot with the pack on. So, but I think it's fair to say if you come up here with a baby in the carrier, you need to be confident
on your feet, yeah.
and experienced.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, no chance. Like, no chance I could ever carry Artie up this, not the singles. With few of those, then there's also a part where you have to cross the wooden paths, and I mean the wooden path is quite wide, so it was okay, but next to you there's also sheer drop-offs. One of the parts that I thought was a little bit technical but not really dangerous, it's just there's lots of rocky bits, and also everything can get quite slippery over there. So, and if you have vertigo, to be honest, it really wasn't too bad for me, the vertigo. I normally have really bad vertigo and always worried about falling and slipping, but somehow I actually managed quite well. I think maybe because I also really prepared it in advance. I was mentally prepared. I looked up online like all the technical parts that people could show me about the sheer drop-off, so I felt like I was prepared. And but yeah, there's definitely some parts where I was like, okay, this is really quite scary right now, but I managed to pass through.
Oh, we're off to Timbuktu.
So we're almost at Refugio. We did it. So after that last part where I filmed Artie and Jackson walking past, there's a few more harder bits. But other than that, after that, like you can see now, the trail is super easy again. So yeah, we're almost there. Almost made our way in. We made it up to the Refugio. Artie's super thirsty from his effort. Good pizza? Yummy.
Alpine Artie, Smurf Artie, Peach loving Artie. Oh, it wasn't a drone, it was just a bee.
I thought you said we need a drone. Or is that what?
Sure, a drone would create a pretty cool image. Look at this is how any good hiker gets into their edge. No holding back. 100% focus.
Yeah.
Little Smurf. It's got dirty hiking feet. Because he doesn't own any shoes for hiking.
Or shoes, point.
Oh, he's got one pair.
Alright, that's true. We went to the Refugio, we went to Lago Di Sorapis, which is absolutely stunning. There wasn't that much water in it, but still like beautiful turquoise water. But to be honest, I think the hike up is just as spectacular as the lake itself. Like it sort of all just goes hand in hand. And it's not like the lake is sort of the end spectacular point of the whole walk. So Jackson was carrying Artie, and he actually would not necessarily recommend the walk with a baby unless you are an experienced trail runner or you feel very comfortable on slippery paths and cliffs, etc. I think then you can definitely do it. But if you're just like a normal hiker, or even if you're not that experienced, I think there's many better walks and safer walks in the area that are just as beautiful and that you don't have to feel like you have to take any risk with a baby. We were quite we were quite lucky because the weather was phenomenal, but if we would have had a bit of wind or if it would have been a bit raining, then it's just like a whole other story, and it really would have felt pretty unsafe, to be honest. And also because, like Jax was also saying, with the backpack, like there's extra weight on your shoulders or your back, and then your balance is your balance is just different than what it normally would be. And if you are already like on a very narrow path or hanging off a steep cliff, like, I don't know, it's just like, for us at times it didn't really feel worth it. And that's the thing, like when you do these trails, you just always have to bear in mind that you are carrying your little baby. So like, what risk do you want to take? Preferably, we don't like to take any risk at all. So especially not when there's that many hikes around you and there's just so many amazing trails. We are very happy that we did it, but if we would have known then what we know now, I don't think we would actually do it again, to be honest. But yeah, otherwise this walk is like a 10 out of 10 without a baby.